Hey guys, Keith here with Slingmods.com. I want to do a video here today on a new product we have available on the website. We have a tinted windscreen from F4 Customs, and we're now carrying their full lineup. They have 6 different windscreens available for the Slingshot. This right here is factory height tinted. They also have factory height clear. Then they have plus 3-inch over factory height in both clear and tint, and plus 5-inch over factory height in both clear and tint. So I like the factory height on the shield for my body height, so I'm going to stick with that, and I just wanted to add a little bit of tint. The F4 screen is much clearer. You can tell the material is a lot better, and it's just better made than the factory shield. So I'm going to go ahead and remove the factory windscreen now from the Slingshot, and put it side by side with the F4 screen so you can really see the difference between the two. Okay, to remove the factory windscreen, there's going to be 3 bolts you need to remove. There's a Torx bolt here, there's an Allen bolt in the center here, the center windshield bracket, and there's a Torx bolt on the other side, and then it just kind of slips into these little grooves right here, and you just kind of pull it up and out. I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Alright, I have the factory Polaris windscreen removed, have it sitting next to the F4 windscreen. I wanted to go over a couple of the dimensions and the differences between the two screens. The F4 windscreen is 43.5 inches wide. The factory Polaris windscreen is 41, so you're going to get 2.5 inches of width to protect against wind on the F4 screen. As far as height, I opted for the stock height F4 tinted screen, so the height is exact. It's from the carpet to the top of the screen, it was 12 3/8, and for the OEM screen it's 12 1/4, so an 1/8 inch off, which is pretty close. As far as hardware is concerned, you want to make sure you have a rubber washer on both the front side and the rear side of the windscreen, or you'll scratch your new windscreen. The hardware that comes off of the factory setup has 3 rubber washers, and those will protect the front side of the screen. As far as the back side of the screen, there is a washer that comes with the factory screen that sits on the back and protects the screen against the center windshield post. You're going to take that off the center screen and put that on the back of the F4 screen. There's also going to be 2 rubber washers on the back side of the side holes. There's rubber grommets that are built into the Slingshot right here that will protect that. These are in here. These are grommets, so they're not coming off. There's one other thing I wanted to mention. There is a rub point on every Slingshot that I've seen that's running any windshield, and that's right here, and it rubs the paint off. And you definitely don't want a rub point on your brand new windscreen. So what I recommend doing is I went to the local hardware store and got little vinyl bumpers for a couple dollars, and I'm going to install one of these on the 2 rub points so that I don't scratch the windscreen and so that I don't further scratch the Slingshot paint. So I'm going to go ahead and proceed with the install now. Okay, as I was installing the F4 shield, I realized that the rubber washers that come on the factory bolts are a little bit too small because the holes on the F4 screen are a little bigger than the factory ones. So what I did is I went to Harbor Freight and I got an assortment of rubber washers. It was like $4 or $5, and I'm going to use these bad boys. This is going to be a little bit thicker, so it's going to add a little more protection. They fit great. They actually fit better than the OEM ones. F4 includes these white plastic washers, but I don't really want to look at that when I'm looking at the shield, so I'd rather use something like that. You just want a barrier of protection to prevent scratching. But let me show you what the finished product looks like. Get a close up on that rubber washer. Everybody's probably going to do something just a little different, but visually it just looks much better. Well, here is the F4 tinted windscreen factory height for the Polaris Slingshot. This product's available at slingmods.com. Thank you for watching.